So I am here today with Oren Klaff. The introduction is going to be a little bit tough. I hate introductions.
That's okay.
He's an author. He's a deal maker. He's got a book that he sent me a few weeks ago that's coming out. Actually, probably by the time you hear this, it's already came out, called Flip the Script. I'm really excited to talk about it. My entire show, Oren, as you know, is about service-based entrepreneurship. I got a lot of techies, got a lot of people who are doing home services, business-to-business services. The big differentiator here is sales. If you can sell it, if you can seal the deal, if you can get trust with people, if you can be compelling, you can win in this business. So that is why I'm so excited to talk to you, to get your thoughts on those things. First of all, what is your title, Oren? Are you a deal maker? Is there a title for somebody who raises money? What is the title?
Yeah, no, it's funny because there's no like capital raiser. You're like in finance or you're in marketing or you're in sales or you're an entrepreneur. Like, what is it? Right? That is not it. We were just talking about that. That's not a field that has a title. But if you're the guy that has to go out and raise money as an entrepreneur, here's your title. Important.
I love it. I love it. So let's talk about the main point of Flip the Script. Your previous book, Pitch Anything. We're welcome to talk about that for a few minutes if you want. But I'm excited to talk about some of the things here, the framework, the way that you manage expectations, the way you be compelling. First of all, give us the overview, the 30-second, what is the main takeaway from this book, and we will work to digest it, to tear it apart, dive in as we go.
Yeah. So, I mean, if there's anybody left in America who hasn't read Pitch Anything, I don't know who they are, but the basic premise of that, right, is never be needy. What Pitch Anything showed you is this. Things are working in a meeting that most people aren't aware of, that there are these frames and these situations that are governing your behavior and that are controlling you. And so when you go into a sale and you're trying to win the money, you know, what you're doing is you're supplicating for a commodity, which is money. The money's available anywhere. The thing that's important in a meeting is you. Your skill, your product, your service, your ability, your values, your capability, your desire to, your knowledge, and your ability to help the client, customer, the product or service. That's what's valuable, right? That's what every buyer needs, whether he wants it or not.
So it's a status game in a way.
It's a status game. It shows you that not only are you a peer of the buyer, you're actually a superior of the buyer. And I can fast forward, when we sell, and Flip the Script is really about a new level of selling, that I call inception. But when we sell and the buyer, and we sell things that can cost $100,000 services, $250,000, some of our accounts are $1 million. And the buyer finally says, yeah, you know what? Let's go ahead. Let's do it. Send me over the paperwork. And then the next thing I'll say, most people would say, yeah, so excited. We're going to take care of you. This is going to be great. First thing I'll say when I hear that, I say, I'm sorry. Could you speak up? Oh yeah, let's go ahead. I mean, no, I'm not doing that. That doesn't work for me. And they'll go, what? $1 million on the line. I go, do you know how hard it is to do this? Unless I literally hear, Oren, I love you. I'm excited about this. Our teams are going to work together and we're going to go make this capital raise. We're going to go make this business development program. We're going to take our business to the next level together. Unless I hear that, I think it's too hard for our teams to work together.
There's no shortage of customers here. When you're running a home service business, you're running a roofing company, you're running a contracting company, you're building homes, you're building anything.
Yeah.
There's no shortage of customers. It's all about getting the price you need to get. So talk us through some of the frameworks that you use for this.
Well, I think in Flip the Script, we can start there. It's incredibly useful. And, again, in Pitch Anything, we showed how important status was. If you come in, and just to revisit that quickly and say, hey, so nice to meet you. Great to be here. Really excited to present what we have. If you choose to work with us, we'll find the prices right. If you choose to work with us, you can reach me anytime, day or night. Here's my pager. Here's my grandma's fax machine in case you need to get me over there. And you'll just find that we bend over backwards. The customer is always right. And very excited. Again, thank you for having us in. Very excited to be here today. I know you're going to find us the hardest working, vendor that you'll roofer, paver, SaaS company, IT services, security people you'll ever meet, right? Which is neediness 101. So pitch anything was about not having to do that, and that basic was to come in and say, hey, we're super busy this time of year. I'm not sure if we're smart or we're just dumb lucky, but we're busy as hell. I know we've been trying to put this together for a while. We finally found time on our calendar that matched up with yours. I know you guys are busy. I think, and we're here today. I gave you a 15-minute pitch about how the roofing works and our pricing model and whether you want solar and, new door locks or whatever. But the truth is, as much as you're evaluating us, and I'm glad we got together to do that, we're also evaluating you because there's certain things we look for in a new customer. And so I'll share that with you. But let me tell you what we're doing here for a few minutes, and then we can talk for a little bit. If our circles overlap, we'll find a way to go forward. If not, we'll have our names in each other's Rolodex and hail fellow, well met. I got to get to my next thing. I'm sure you're busy as well. It's a low neediness way to approach deal making. Okay.
But also still kind, professional, getting all the boxes checked.
Yeah. The thin line between good and evil in a sales presentation is right between, I really want to work with you. I'm excited about doing this. I like what I know about you guys so far, but there's some things that I'm not that comfortable with yet. Hopefully, we can get some more comfort because as taking on a new client that's going to be recurring business, that we're going to dig a ditch for, or, do whatever, do a roofing or do SaaS for software or a security patch or whatever is a long-term thing. We, as much as you want to know you're getting a business, we want to know we're getting into business as well. So it's funny. This term due diligence?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. How do you know that term?
Real estate.
Okay, great. So it used to be like a real insider finance term. You had to be like a lawyer or you had to be a banker or in real estate, some field where due diligence is. But today it's like two housewives in Madison, Wisconsin are going, hey, I'm looking at a new dryer, right? Oh, did you do your due diligence?
That's right.
Right. So buyers today, because the internet, are so technical, no matter what it is. And so if you can't communicate that you're a technical expert in whatever it is that you sell, it really affects their belief system about the certainty of if they engage with you, that you will really deliver. And that's what sales is about, is certainty. Until somebody believes that you're an expert, they won't have enough certainty to say, this is it. It's for me. I love you. How do we go forward? What kind of car do you drive? Let me ask you that.
I drive a 2017 Dodge Grand Caravan.
Okay. That's a horrible car. Just make up another car. No. This is perfect for this example. That's a great car. Nothing wrong with it. In peace. No. But so have you had any problems with it?
I'm about to have to get the AC done, yeah.
Okay. All right. Great. So you got to get the AC done. So you take it into one shop and you go, my Dodge Caravan, as you can see here, is like not blowing cold. And I'm in Charlotte, North Carolina, or wherever the hell you are, Atlanta, Georgia. Right. And he goes, that's good. We're Dodge authorized. Why don't you leave it here? I will get it checked in. And we'll call you on Monday and let you know what we see. If we see any problems, it's $200, as a deposit. If we end up doing the work, you get a credit for that money. And you're like, let me check with my CFO, my board of directors, my committee, my partner needs to sign off on this. And my brother went to Stanford for air conditioning. So I just want to run this proposal past him. And you go out of there. You drive down the road, right? Your friend goes, hey, take it to this mechanic. He's great. You drop in there. Mechanic comes up and he looks at it. He says, turn it on, right? He makes you turn it on. You turn on the car and he goes, Rrr. He goes, yeah, this is a 2307C fan belt. It's probably spinning at 60 cycles. What we find is in the later model 17s, they didn't actually get the fan belts from the Michigan factory. They were imported from China because they ran out. So there's about 200,000 of these cars. We see like 10 a day. We keep about 50 of these fan belts on stock. Look, if you drop this off here, we'll get the fan belt. I can also hear that it needs our charging. And I see that you've got a drip there, which is always on these Dodges. They're not torquing the rear to the correct amount of Newton meters. We do this fix like 1,000 times every month. Get you the fan belt. It's $400. Pick it up at 5 p.m. We'll have it ready for you.
Done deal. I'm done.
Yeah. So the difference is he's not providing you the information for you to understand. You don't know what a fucking Newton meter is, right? What a fan belt should sound like, right? And it just, he's speaking at a pace and a technical level, right? And giving you the sense that he's done it 1,000 times before, right? And that there's no price negotiation, that if you go, well, can you do it for $350? Be like, kid, please.
Don't got time for this.
Yeah, the Dodge dealership is right down the road, right? Ain't got no time. And as you read, the methodology there is if you can say something about twice the speaking rate in technical terms, that you could not possibly be making it up, to communicate that you've solved this or a similar problem hundreds, 1,000 times before, and you identify a problem, suggest a fix, even if it's close, that provides people a level of certainty that you know what you're doing. But most salespeople will do this wrong, right? They'll try and teach you all about air conditioning systems, which you don't care about.
Mm-hmm.
Right? That you just have you have a 1/4 inch, you want 1/4 inch holes, right? Not 1/4 inch drill bits or whatever the analogy is. So you can communicate to people. So this is some of the things you can do on the path to selling rather than just giving out features and benefits. I can tell you this, if I got to go sell something, and even if it's a $10 million thing, $1 million service, something high value, I won't get to features, what it is and how it works and the ROI or the value proposition, probably till I'm past half or 60% of the presentation. Definitely don't start out with that stuff until somebody believes that you're an expert, that you're an insider, the high degree of certainty that you can deliver on the problem, and that, as what you probably talk about next, is that the world is changing in such a way that most people who even try and solve this aren't qualified to do it. And then I think what I like to do after that is I like to teach people how to buy from me, right? And so I'm not teaching them anything about the product or service. And I think a lot of people, especially young guys, if it's a service, not something that's performed, but like a tax accounting or consulting or that kind of thing, they like to show the buyer how good they are by starting to perform the service a little bit, on the notion, and we used to do this all the time, that the buyer would see how good we are at doing our job by starting to do it on their problem, right? But there is absolutely no benefit in services, probably in products as well, when you start to provide the solution without a contract in place. You should not absolutely begin providing the service. I think this comes from the mythology of sort of vacuum cleaner salespeople who would knock on the door, stick the vacuum cleaner arm through the door, start cleaning the carpet, and maybe that works, maybe that doesn't. But
Look how much dirt I got. Look how much dirt I got. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I sell multi-year engagements that are a couple $1 million in the end and related to corporate finance and raising money, and we don't have vacuum cleaners that suck dirt, but so maybe that works. But anytime over the thousands of deals that we've pitched, when we have attempted to show people by showing them a strategy that will work for their financing situation, they always say thank you and either go do it yourself, but it doesn't move the sale any closer. So there's things that are counterintuitive in sales that just don't work. So for example, references. I don't know if you get that, but hey, give me some references. Anytime you give references, not only does it not move the sale closer, it moves the sale further away from happening. It just doesn't satisfy people, no matter how good the references are. If you are giving people references, you are going down a wormhole, a sinkhole, a cybertronic trap door that you're never going to emerge from. References don't help or close deals for sure. And there's ways to deal with that, of course. So we learn things over the course of, thousands and thousands of reps. And I probably have 5,000 people in my training program, Pitch Mastery, which might be the world's largest negotiation and business development platform, where we try things out and people go out in the real world and they try it and they come back and they go, this worked. That's amazing. I said exactly what you said and it worked. And then we write it up and then hundreds of people go, yeah, that really works.
Man, I know that this stuff's going to make a big difference for the people that are just starting out, just trying to sell, get out there, get out of their comfort zone. The books are awesome. I really appreciate all the work that you put in. And thanks for stopping in and making time. I'd love to talk to you for another hour or two, but I know you got some important stuff to do. So
Sweaty Startup rules.
Hey, thanks, Oren. Talk to you soon.